Welcome back, guys, to the Real Hot Take LA. It's your boy JT.
It's your boy Michael Anthony. What's going on, y'all?
And we're here to give y'all our real hot takes.
Takes.
So tonight we have Monday Night Raw. It is the second Raw of the year. Does it hold up? Has it been failing? We're going to talk about it. So Raw opened up, and we got to talk about the new theme song. So it's no longer Travis Scott 4x4. Obviously, WWE has cut ties with Travis Scott completely. He's no longer looked at as a wrestler. He's no longer looked at as an entertainer who associates with him. And now he's no longer the theme song for Monday Night Raw. Instead, we have Godzilla by Eminem. And I have to say, it's okay. You know, it's not horrible. It's not bad. I don't hate it. WWE usually switches out their theme song, so this isn't nothing new. I don't know if you got a chance to hear it. Did you hear it?
I think it's pretty cool. I think it fits in the direction maybe they're trying to go this year. We did attend Raw as Netflix last year. They debuted that theme song, something I haven't heard before. It went really good with what was going on last year. But I'm definitely a fan of just switching it up. New year, new me, new theme. Let's rock with it. Godzilla, we're going to war. Raw is war. Let's get it.
All right, so shout out to Eminem, man. Now let's get into the actual night. We opened up with Rhea Ripley and Io as the tag champions. They were cutting a promo when they got interrupted by Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. They talked about how Liv was the tag champion for the women, but she got injured, so she technically never lost the title. While they were going back and forth, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria came out and interrupted them, and they were all kind of having like a promo. And then the Kabuki Warriors, we cannot seem to get away from the Kabuki Warriors, came out and attacked Rio is what they call themselves, Rhea and Io, from behind. A brawl ring in the ring ensured, and then looks like Rio stood tall at the end of the night. This would later set up a women's triple threat match. How are you feeling about the women's tag division? Do you like the direction they're going? Do you like that Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, all these big names are now tag team competitors? Do you feel like it's building or it's hurting the women's division?
I feel like it's hurting. I feel like somebody like Rio, they got me saying Rio, Rhea Ripley. She's always been a standalone person. She was larger than life at one point. I don't know what happened. I love Io Sky. I'm a huge fan. I love her athleticism. I like what she brings to the ring. She's got good energy. It's contagious. She has that kid sister vibe. But to piggyback off what you said, I'm not liking the direction that they're going with this. I do like that they're changing things up now. They're giving us different type of matches. It's not your typical Raw anymore. It's not your typical SmackDown. So I think it's cool as far as the matches, but I'm not a fan of everybody becoming a tag team. Like, what's going on with that? That's kind of weird, but yeah.
I feel it. So we're going to go ahead and move on into the next thing of the night. We had Javon Evans, that boy Bouncy versus Bravo Americano. Now, I don't know when this faction happened. I don't know when this group got created, but there's like the Americanos are now a group where there's like Grande, there's Bravo, there's like some other dude. Like, I don't understand why we got cosplay luchadors when we actually have.
I know why. You want me to tell you why?
What's up?
It's Raw La Lucha.
Oh man, you said it early. I was gonna say that later, but yeah, it's Raw La Lucha for sure. You know, so we got cosplay luchadors, which is it's a thing, unfortunately. But I will say it was a good match. Notable. Javon hit an amazing Spanish fly off the top rope, and then he followed with the OG cutter for the win, with Javon winning his first actual match as a Raw superstar.
Congratulations to that boy.
I'm happy for Javon. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. The crowd liked him.
Yep.
Like I said, I hate the idea of these Americano guys, but it is what it is. Shout out to Javon. You want to say anything about him? You want to move on?
Not really. I just think, honestly, shout out to Javon Evans. I think he's definitely the future. I love his energy. The crowd is 100% behind this superstar. I'm calling him a superstar already because he's doing stuff that we haven't seen in a while. He's bouncy. He's got a theme. He's got a gimmick. And he's doing it the right way. He's playing the game the right way. So I'm here for it. Shout out to you, Javon Evans.
Shout out to Javon, man. Let's keep going, man. Next, we want to talk about CM Punk, which stands for, now it stands for Company Man Punk.
Oh, man.
Corporate Man Punk. You know what I'm saying? He is the guy who is now taking up that role of doing what's best for the company. At one point, he was the voice of the voiceless, so I've been told. I was never huge on CM Punk. I kind of stopped watching during his era, but people said he was like a radical. He used to come out and, you know, say the things that people were too scared to say. Right. Now he's dialed it back. You know, he's playing by the rules. He's, you know, backstage politicking. He's, you know, apologizing to Saudi, all these crazy things that people are kind of not really feeling CM Punk no more. And I get it, you know. You got to play the game to win. You got to play to pay. And CM Punk is playing to pay right now. That's why he's world champ. And he had a segment where he even took a shot at Cody Rhodes, you know, about how Cody lost his title, but CM Punk retained his title. He said that he's ready to keep defending. And then out comes Finn Balor, a.k.a. Pin Balor, because he's always getting pinned by somebody, right? Finn Balor came out, who I forgot Finn Balor was a part of Raw, because they've just been with this Judgment Day Clubhouse thing, and I think it's time to get rid of the Judgment Day. I think these guys have overstayed their welcome. Let them all go solo. We don't need Judgment Day anymore. But Finn came out, he said, you know what, it's my time to challenge for a title. And out of nowhere, without winning any qualifying matches, any kind of, rumbles or elimination chambers or anything, Finn just said, yo, I won the championship match. And Punk said, all right, bet. Punk kind of cooked Finn Balor on the mic. You know, he's like, man, you haven't done nothing. He's like, you've been back there shining Liv Morgan shoes, bro. Like, you ain't did nothing. You ain't did a damn thing. So pretty much Punk challenged him that night. Finn said, no, I want to fight you in my hometown in Ireland. So next week, we're going to have a championship title match for the world title, CM Punk versus Finn Balor. Are you looking forward to that?
I would say yes, because it's just something new. Again, we talked about this before. I just want them to shake things up, put names in the hat, shake it up, give us something new. Finn Balor is growing on me for some odd reason. I could see him turning babyface soon, eventually, maybe. Am I looking forward to it? A little bit. I do like the direction that's headed in as far as Finn Balor and CM Punk. I guess we'll kind of see what happens next week. But I definitely don't think he deserves a shot, if that's what you're asking. He definitely hasn't done anything. He's been gone for a while. I don't know what he's been doing with his little demon puppet. That boy's been just chilling. One thing I don't like is how they're challenging out of nowhere for the championships. Like, what are they doing to deserve this type of stuff?
Yeah, you just
absolutely
got
nothing.
Labubu Balor coming out of nowhere and just, you know, hey, yo, it's my turn. Like, nah, bro. Like, there used to be an actual time where you had to earn a title shot. You had to be undefeated for a certain amount of consecutive wins, or you had to win something like a Royal Rumble, or you had to do something that was so amazing that the people were like, yo, why isn't he in the championship picture? Now, I feel like, and this is a Triple H problem, and I'm not going to last too long on it. We'll probably make a separate video. Triple H isn't really good at storytelling. He just sees two people. He says they're good performers or they're well liked, and I'm just going to make a match. And there's no reason behind the match other than, you know, it's action figures. I want to take my two favorite action figures and make them fight each other. That's how he books Raw. Unfortunately, I would like to see an actual story between Punk and Balor leading up into, you know, Royal Rumble. You know, this could have been a Royal Rumble match. I don't know what he has planned for Royal Rumble. I know CM Punk will defend his title. But this could have been something they built up. And unfortunately, Triple H does not build up storylines very well. He doesn't book champions very well. So I'm not going to last too long on that. Like I said, we could talk about Triple H in another video. Next, we're going to get to the Vision. We had Austin Theory and Big Bronson Reed, Beluga Reed.
Big Beluga Reed.
You know what I'm saying? We had Goomba Reed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bronson Reed versus Winnie the Pooh's crazy. Versus Penta and Dragon Lee. Rala Luce. The Luchadors are back and they are beefing with the Vision once again. It was a decent match. It was some decent spots in there. I mean, nothing really stood out like amazing from the match. It was a typical Raw match. It did end in a DQ, as everything with the Vision does. Braun Breaker came out. He interrupted the match by spearing Dragon Lee, and then he got in the ring. I believe he speared Penta, and then as he was going to do his barricade spear that he usually does when he's trying to, you know, send somebody down to the gulag, you know, to the shadow realm, Adam Pearce came out. And this is something that they built on earlier. Adam Pearce came out and he talked with Paul Heyman at the beginning of the show, and he basically said, yo, if Braun Breaker's going to come here and cause problems because he lost his match, tell him to go home. I don't want him here crashing out. I don't want him here, you know, doing stuff that is going to come back and bite us later. So he already warned Paul Heyman, like, yo, if you know he's coming, tell him to leave. Don't even let him come in the building. Braun Breaker came in, he was crashing out. Adam Pearce got up in his face. And he was like, listen, like, I already said we're not going to do this tonight. He said, you need to leave. I'm not going to play these games with you. While he was doing that, you had Goomba Reed, Tsunami Penta from the top rope. And Adam Pearce got in the ring and he started going, bar for bar with Bronson Reed. Like, yo, like I just told him, like, y'all are not going to do this thing that the Vision does where y'all just want to attack people at will. While he was doing that, Braun Breaker got in and did what he wanted to do and kept hurting people. So they ended up getting into a verbal confrontation where Adam Pearce had kind of like grabbed Bronson and was like, yo, like, you need to get out of here now. Bronson Reed wasn't feeling that. He started choking out Adam Pearce.
Mr. Clean. That nigga Mr. Clean.
He started choking him out. It was a whole thing. It was soap opera drama. We love it. That's, I've always said WWE is reality TV for guys. This is what we get to kind of escape realism. We know it's not really all the way real.
Right.
As far as what happens, but we know that these guys are actually performing their real stunts and putting their lives on the line and their bodies in jeopardy. So we can appreciate that. It was very reality TV-ish. It was very soap opera-y. Right. They ended up going back and forth. We probably won't see him in the Royal Rumble, to be honest with you.
Right.
They're probably going to save him to come back at Royal Rumble, which we touched on in the last video. I hope they're not doing this thing where Braun Breaker wins the Royal Rumble and challenges CM Punk. Like we just did that with Jey Uso. Mm-hmm. If that's what they're going to do, Triple H is just copy and pasting his storyline at this point.
Right.
How do you feel about Monday Night Raw losing one of its biggest prospects in Braun Breaker being suspended? And do you think he's going to have a surprise return at Rumble? And are you excited about it?
It's a 2-week suspension. Let's be real. It's definitely going to happen in that way. I feel like at this point with WWE, we're already 2 steps ahead of y'all. We know what's going to happen. I would love for it to be something otherwise, but I do think that Braun Breaker will return at the Royal Rumble. I'm not sure if he's going to be missed at Raw. I think they're going to try to cook something up to entertain us, but I feel like Braun Breaker is definitely the glue right now that's keeping people watching WWE, so they're definitely not going to keep them away for too long. Let's see what happens.
I agree. I think this Royal Rumble at Saudi, they're going to try and really, really pull out all the stops and really try and make it a big deal, being that it's the first Royal Rumble that's overseas. Right. They really want the crowd over there to be pleased because let's keep it a buck. And WWE is also keeping it a buck. They want that money. And so they're doing these things for money. They're doing the overseas tour to hype up, Riota season.
Riota season.
Riota
season. Riota season. Riota season.
All the seasons. You know what I'm saying? And I think all the key players will be at the Royal Rumble. I don't think there's going to be one person left out. No child left behind. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the main event. AJ Styles versus Gunther. Surprisingly, this was a decent match in terms of my enjoyment. I'm not really a big AJ Styles or Gunther fan, but it was a decent match. I'm glad it wasn't a squash match. I'm glad that this wasn't a match where Gunther just completely ragdoll somebody and then just gets out and leaves after they pass out. This was a good match. It was actually a good wrestling match. We know AJ Styles is really, really good in-ring performer. And he was countering a lot of Gunther's moves, and he actually made Gunther work for the match. Now, what ended up happening was we get to a place in the match where AJ Styles has him in one of his submission holds, and Gunther actually tapped out again. However, because of the angle that he was at and the angle that the ref didn't see it. So when he tapped out, AJ got up and was basically like, yo, I won the match, ring the bell. Like, why aren't you stopping the match? He tapped out. The ref's like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. After that, AJ gets hit with the low blow. And then to my surprise, it was a finish. It was a real finish. He got power bombed and pinned, which I actually appreciated.
That was a surprise.
The chokehold is played out. I don't want to see nobody else go to sleep. It is the dumbest, pointless finisher I've ever seen. This is something me and my brothers did when we used to fight. We used to put each other in headlocks. Like, why is a grown professional athlete using that as his finisher? A headlock? Come on, bro. So I'm glad they didn't do that with AJ Styles. It was a clean finish in terms of the pin, not in terms of how he got the victory. Gunther escaped pretty much before the ref could see the footage. And when they rolled back the footage, you did see that Gunther did tap out on AJ's leg, but it was too late. The ref's decision is final in WWE. That's what they like to say. And so Gunther secures a victory. But I did like the version of the ending that they went with. I did like how the story went because Gunther is not, infallible. He's not perfect. He's
Right.
not this invincible warrior. There's a
Right.
chink in his armor. He
Right.
can be beaten,
Mhm.
but he's becoming crafty. This makes his character more interesting to me, other than the whole big bad wolf.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're actually getting some development. But like I said, the whole choking out stuff is old.
Right.
How do you feel about Gunther, AJ Styles? How do you feel about Gunther and his heel run?
Before I do my take on that, I have a joke for everybody. I got a joke for you. What do me and Gunther have in common?
I don't know.
We both known for making bitches tired.
Oh, you had that one saved in the tuck, bro.
What's that?
Oh man. So
What's that?
anyway,
You know what I'm saying?
but back to the subject, Gunther.
But yeah, man.
I call him Gumby because he looked like Gumby.
Right.
Gunther. How do you feel about the win tonight? How do you feel about Gunther as a heel?
I've always been a fan of Gunther. I liked him when he was the Intercontinental Champion. I think what they're doing, they're trying to really build his character and develop it. I could definitely appreciate that. I do like the direction he's headed in. I feel like he's actually wrestling now, and I could appreciate that. He's got to get some more move. He's got to get some more moves in his arsenal. If he does that, he'll be good. I think he cuts some of the best promos. He's not scared. He doesn't fold under the moment. He always shows up under the big lights. I can respect it. I've never really been an AJ Styles fan. I know that he's on his way out. I thought the match was pretty good. I did like the powerbomb finisher. It was something different. And I'm actually looking forward to see what he's going to do lead up to Royal Rumble. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay, and with that, man, that pretty much wraps up our real hot take of Monday Night Raw. Raw is still the, inferior show, in my opinion. I think SmackDown is a lot better at this point, at the making of this video. That could change later in the year. But right now, Raw, it was just okay for me. So that pretty much wraps up my side of things. Any final thoughts before we go ahead and close it out?
Oh, no, not really. I thought this week's episode was decent. It was definitely better than last week's, but I'm really looking forward to Friday nights now. Friday nights used to be my go-out nights, but now I'm like, man, I'm trying to see what they're cooking over there at SmackDown. I'm here for it. Chat, we appreciate you guys. Like I said, we're going to be here every week. We're going to be doing something midweek. We're going to be doing something Friday for SmackDown. And, this is the Real Hot Take LA. We're going to be giving you the raw, the real, the uncut, the truth, the whole truth.
But the truth.
Yes, sir.
The R-truth, nigga. No.
Hey, man, before I get out, I got one more joke. Gunther got a real BBL. I was paying attention to that. A fucking buttercream beignet lifestyle, man. Gunther need to get his ass back in the gym, man. Got that Arnold Schwarzenegger body.
Oh, my God.
Gunther.
Oh, my God. Hey, y'all know what it is, man.
Yes, sir.
We out, show. The Real Hot Take LA, man.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
catch you on the next one.